Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Hello to everybody from me to you. We got the mayor. We got some hair. This is off the top of my head. I didn't even plan ahead. Happy Wednesday, guys. They've always wanted to hear me rap, so had to bust something out there.
I'm speechless.
Thank you. I think that can go both. That's a safe response in situations.
A non-response, really.
Yeah, when you get a present, I'm speechless.
Oh, what a week. What a day. What a weekend. Are you still recovering from the heat challenge?
This is going to be great to talk about it with someone that experienced it with me, because everybody's been asking me about it. So I'm excited to share. And I think we dive deep into that tonight, the experience, the aftermath, the burn and everything. But first, Mayor, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. We are just living the shelter-in-place life. Actually, tomorrow we're breaking out, though. We're going to go up to our lake, a place on the lake that we have.
Good.
Just have some things to do up there. It's going to be the four of us. I have a shore station for our boat that I need to put carpeting on it, because it's one of those things where you crank it up out of the water.
Yeah.
Kind of doesn't stay in the hull in that. Well, over the years, the carpeting has been falling off. So I think I got everything I need to reupholster the shore station.
Okay. All right. That seems like it'll be a task.
Yeah, it will. But we'll just go slow and steady, and we'll get it. It's a great thing to be able to do.
Good. Yeah, and that's been kind of our days too. If you followed us on Instagram at all, Sam has been in Project Overdrive. She is amazing. She can see something and have a vision. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, and she just does it. She just makes it happen. It's really, really cool. So we've been on fire with projects, and I've been doing a lot of watching the kids, helping out with the muscle, but that's kind of like my stuff. My therapy is beards, taking care of my beard, making videos, talking with you guys. Her therapy is like woodworking and doing landscaping.
I got to say, I'm impressed with what she's putting together. And they look smart. Like that's your air conditioning thing. That's movable if they ever have to service it. Like, does it come back out, or is it like into the ground?
For the air conditioning unit, that it's just boop, you just pop it right up.
Yeah, that's gonna be really nice.
Yep, easily movable for us, which is cool. And yeah, the landscape today, she did some crazy stuff in the garage and was organizing the garage, so that was really cool to see. And so yep, we're living that shelter in place life, and it's now, as strange as it sounds, become kind of normal.
Yeah, it's gone on long enough now to where we could say there's going to be an adjustment going back, or I know we're going to slowly go back. As long as everything proceeds well, we don't count it for anything. Like, that there's going to be a vaccine, that they're going to, but as we phase back into the real world, I think we're going to have some acclimation back to that kind of lifestyle.
I know I will personally. I know that's going to happen, whether it's getting up from an alarm, whether it's going to bed earlier, whether it's just being a different kind of active, a different kind of interactions. There's going to be things that I'm super happy to have back again, but there's going to be things that I'm like, oh, I missed that aspect of shelter life too. So yeah, it's going to take a lot of adjustment once everything kind of gets going back again.
We did a social distance birthday. We talked a little bit on Saturday about it. I'll tell you what, Betsy and I on Sunday, like I think the energy is just a different type, and it just wiped us out. Just kind of trying to respect everybody's space and make everything work, and have Luke have a good birthday, and it just comes from a different place. And I think that we're all going to kind of crash as we get back into society like it was.
Yeah, it is exhausting feeling out every individual in their comfort level, right? Some people are like, I'll wave to you from a football field. Other people get way too close, and it's exhausting figuring that out. Like, where is the line at? And also my line, can I communicate that to you? And yeah, a birthday situation like that would be for sure. But that was a cool experience to be able to see Luke and Owen out there. I thought that was pretty cool.
I think he'll never forget it. Everybody came through for him, just like you guys, and it was awesome.
Yeah, we even dressed up.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, I looked at it, I saw Pikachu in there, and I'm like, man, You guys really, Luke mentioned it. He brought it up before I even like kind of came back and touched on it. So he was
cool.
processing things, as kids do. That kid, he's kind of a scary, smart kid. Like he's really good at observing. Like he'll notice numbers and things on cars in a movie, and then he'll come back to it and be like, I bet it's it. Like I don't know where he gets that from, but
that's cool.
It is cool.
That is cool. Yeah, Maddox is kind of like that too. He understands people and situations and stuff. And it's like, whoa, you picked up on that? So yeah, I get it. And hello to everybody in the chat. This is Wednesday, Majorly Bearded. Anybody that's new here, a lot of Wednesdays conversational. We're gonna have plenty of time to take your guys' questions, your comments. We're honored that you guys would hang out with us on this Wednesday night. So thank you for being here. I want to say first and foremost, please don't think that we're ignoring anybody. On Monday, I try my hardest to kind of interact with everyone. I love when I see you guys interacting in the chat together. I think that's the coolest part of the community from this Wednesday that we have. So welcome in. Huge shout out to our buddy Everett. He is not able to make it tonight because he's doing a drive-in movie with his family, and he was really bummed about that. So I know he'll come back and watch this, man. Hope you had a good time with your family. You will be missed in this chat, but that time is definitely more valuable than what we're doing right here. Go make those memories with your family. And if you're new, we talk about beards, we talk about family, our life. We will answer questions as we go, and we will drink some Mountain Dew. Mary, got your Mountain Dew?
I do. I had a shout out too, real quick, if I could. Okay. All right. This is to Brent Simpson. He's buck and moose. He's up and coming in the beard game, and he made me my very first
wife.
This is his wife. Yes. The very first Mayor container. And I am just blown away for it. So that's what I'm drinking my water out of tonight. Brent is from our area. He's from here. Buck and Moose. Did you know Buck is him and Moose is he's Moose. His kid is Buck, and they never expected to have a child. They didn't think they could, and we're blown away. And so we kind of named the company after him. And he came through for my family. My son Owen was having a little bit of an eczema issue, and he made some stuff like that day for us. And so thank you, Brent. And I love the water, and tell your wife thank you as well. It's probably my go-to water jug now.
Cool. Sure. Yeah, half of it's ugly, but I like the Mayor side.
I'll take it. I know I'm not gonna get anywhere. I know you well enough, Dan, to know that I'm not gonna get anywhere with that conversation.
Well handled. So yeah, we drink Mountain Dew and then we eat beef jerky. I have 2 variations of beef jerky tonight. Both I'm really hooked on. I have 3 little bags right now of this Matador jerky, and it's the flamin' hot variety. This is so good.
Yes,
so good. So good there. And hello, Betsy. Yeah, I'll answer that in just a second here. And then I'm also rocking, of course, the beef octane. And today I am busting out the sriracha style. I got it just a low level of heat across the jerky board for me.
I'm going with one of your favorites, Dan.
Oh, so good.
I didn't let you know that I had that. And then Sweet and Hot Jack Links. I had that, and I'm rocking it and kind of enjoying. I feel like I'm starting to taste things again. That training, I think we hit it on the head. Completely wiped out our taste buds. Yep. We should be grateful. We should be grateful for that, because it, as you saw, one of us didn't kind of jumped into it that day, and it hurt. Yeah, for sure. And I think we'll dive right into that in just a second here. But first, guys, question for you all. Since we talked about, we have Mountain Dew, water, and then our types of beef jerky. What are you guys sipping on, and what are you chewing on? You got any snacks out there? You got any drinks out there? If you want to throw it in one message, cool. If you want to break it up, cool too. But what do you guys got over there? I've seen a couple people with some. Have you tried that Jack Link's Wild Heat yet? I haven't. I see Don's got the Reaper from Beard Octane, so I know that I imagine that's gonna be hotter. I don't think anything's gonna come like mainstream. That even it could be. I saw that was it Josh was doing the Wild tonight. I think he posted on the Wild Jack Links. Pete. Yeah. I think it was Pete. Pete. Okay. I have not tried it. Have you? Yeah, it's really good. It's very similar to this Matador one. Okay. Yep, very similar. So, yeah, it is. And guys, please feel free to answer questions. I saw that
K9 had a question, and my buddy Sophisticated, aka Michael Phelps, had to answer for him. So thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. Nice. Leo might get crazy and throw in a coffee later. Leo, let's keep it calm, buddy. Let's keep it calm, buddy. What's up, my man? Beards and Cars in the building. Thank you for that. How you doing, buddy? So how's the Reaper, Mayor? So we have a couple questions on the jerky. Then we'll get into the death nut there. And we got Amanda who's got some dew and some Black Forest gummy bears. Those are great. And some Kroger teriyaki jerky. Have you tried the Kroger jerky? I
have it upstairs. It's good. They do a very highly respectable job for a good budget jerky.
Good. What would, if someone said, hey, Mayor, we've got this code DanC10 for beef octane. What do you recommend? Because you literally have tried every single flavor, right?
Yeah, I have. For my people that like jerky, I challenge you to try the honey pepper. It's just really a great contrast in the pepper versus the honey. Just, you got to try it. I don't even know if it sounds like it would be that good, but it is. And then the thermite, or gosh, what was the fire? I forgot it on Saturday too. Thermite or the firefighter hot, if you're like a hot one, are amazing. And then
what was that? Backlash or
it wasn't on his website. He's got a quote from Backdraft, but
Backdraft, yeah.
Guys, what is the name of the firefighter theme, the hot beef octane? If anybody can find that for me, I've forgotten it yet again.
And also, guys, if you have tried beard octane or beef octane, I apologize. If you've tried beef octane, what are your thoughts on it? Do you like it? I've heard a ton that they love it. I've heard some people say like the texture's not for me. I've heard I love carne asada. We saw that from the city planner. Fire hazard. Thank you there, Don. So what are your thoughts on there? Mo, I don't think the ghost pepper, and hello, Mo. I don't think the ghost pepper one is out yet. Is that released?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think it is yet. I'm ready for that one, and I'm still waiting for my gluten-free version of all those other guys there. So the texture, Steve, depends on the one that you get. I would say most of them are right on an edge. So if you got dry on one side, you got moist on the other side. It is right in the middle, edging towards moist. It's definitely one where I have a napkin on hand because my hand's going to get a little bit of the flavor on it. So it is definitely more on the moist side. I know everyone, moist. It's on the moist side. But things like Blazing Buffalo is definitely a little bit more on the dry side. So it just depends on which one you get. Right. Adam says mango habanero came straight from the gods.
It is good. Very good.
And K9 asked, what do you think about mango habanero? Look at Adam's answer there. So for me personally, the mango habanero, it's too healthy tasting, if that makes any sense. It tastes too much like real plants. I don't like to taste real plants when I'm eating it. But it's still delicious. You can tell the quality there. And my boy Chris said, can everybody have some positive thoughts for Kylie's better half? He went to the hospital the other night. I hope he's okay. But he's in some pain. Absolutely, man. So Kylie is a female reviewer in the beard game, and her boyfriend is like her test dummy. So hopefully he's doing all right from heading to the hospital. You want to do well there. So no, I don't know, Tyson. I'm not sure there. Maybe Chris can let us know and highlight those things. That's my next victim, and termite. It's the best textured jerky I've had. I didn't like carne asada or the Blazing Buffalo, but mango habanero is my favorite. Okay, good to know. And I am really digging this sriracha style. This one, it's the right amount of heat for snacking. You're not setting up a challenge, but you're gonna enjoy a little bit of heat there, a little bit of heat. All right. So, speaking of the hospital, Saturday. First thing first, Alex, the owner of Beard Bento Box, he was planning on doing a death nut challenge himself. We had somebody back out for family reasons of the challenge, and he graciously stepped up, and he simply said, yeah, I'll do it. I don't know if he really knew what he was getting into, and if you guys watched, it's still up. You can go back and watch if you'd like some entertainment. When he hit that nut number one, like level one, the 5 of us were all kind of like, all right, there's a little bit of heat there, but there's some flavor. This is sweet. Like, this is really good. I really enjoy this one. Hello, Andy. And he already started sweating. He already started feeling it. It was already hitting him. He was it was getting to him right away. That's when I was like, oh no. But I had to play it cool. We're on stream. I can't call the guy out and be like, dude, you're struggling.
Let's pause button on this one. Yeah.
There was no pause button, and you don't want to be the first person to drop. So he started getting worse and worse. And then at the end of the stream, his screen froze, but you could hear the audio, and he was on the phone with someone. He's like, hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Well, apparently it froze. He got off after that. He then threw up, was having chest pains, and yeah, the nut number 1, he said, was the hottest thing he had put in his mouth. And he was having chest pains and he had trouble breathing. So he started to head to the hospital, but his father is a doctor. So he called his father and explained everything that happened. His dad walked him through a few different things. I think the throw up helped him, right? It's almost like your body getting rid of toxins or something foreign, right? And so he started feeling better. He did not actually go to the hospital, but he had a scary moment. He legitimately threw up and legitimately was having chest pains and trouble breathing from this the challenge.
Yeah, I can't imagine trying to just go jump in a car. It's like a car driving by. Just hop in and see what happens. I would have been in the same boat, I think.
Yeah, and I agree. The training, and I could have gone harder on the training. I think I slacked off a little bit because I wasn't seeing great results. Like we both had kind of said, I thought I was going to start building more of a tolerance, but those nuts that we trained with were hot, like really hot.
Yes, the medium death nut, the what was that, ghost pepper mixed with Carolina Reaper?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, I never got, in golf you get comfortable over your shot. I never got comfortable over that guy.
Nope. So, and this is so good, guys. If you have a chance to pick some of this up at the store, it's really good. This would be more on the dry side, but really tender, really delicious. And thank you, Paulo. I appreciate that. I've never actually had biltong. I've had it in the form of like tacos, but never as like jerky. Have you?
Mm-mm. What is it?
Cheers, everybody. I don't want to say it and sound stupid, but I believe I know what it is. Somebody in the chat, Paulo, it could be you. Let us know what that is for the biltong. What store do you pick up the Matador? I think this is in most stores, a lot of grocery stores and places. This is a national chain. Sonny, if you're in here, I saw you in here earlier. Thank you, by the way. If you could let people know what is in it, that would be great too. Vinny G says, Mayor, proud of you. Mayor, you took it like a champ, man. You got in the zone. Did you have a game plan going in where you like, I'm just going to think of something. I'm just going to zone out. I'm just going to man up. What did you,
Well, first, I thought that there was going to be, what I had noticed, my science teacher mind had noticed, is that it seems like 50% or more of your everyday tolerance is 24-hour period. Like it's within that day. It seems like you can build it up, and then in the morning, if I would take like one of those medium peanuts, it would like crush me first thing in the morning. So I decided that I would do a game day prep. So I set my alarm for every hour, and I took a mixture. I was doing 3 peanuts because I knew it would be about a 3 peanut dose.
Yeah, and that's important.
I'm trying to, so every hour, that whole day leading up to it, in addition to hitting it, eating them whenever I could, every hour I took more and more.
Okay.
And I think it helped. But yeah, I also knew people would look at me and think, short beard, short heat tolerance a little bit. I figured that was going to be part of it, but so I kind of just told myself I was going to go until I couldn't, but I wasn't going to be stupid about it. And that's what I did.
Yeah, and to answer, we're having a heated biltong debate. Michael says, isn't it ostrich meat? A lot of people are saying from South Africa. And Chris says, biltong is similar to jerky, but air-dried, originated in Africa. So what I was thinking of, I don't believe is it. I'm thinking of something different that has a similar name. So I took a different approach to the day than you, almost the opposite approach because of Adam K, our fearless leader. He said it's like jerky, but air dried in places like South Africa. All right. So we got an answer there. Thank you, sir. It's super expensive. Okay, interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but we can come back to that. Adam K said, I don't really know the answer to this because I was like, how do I prepare? What's the best approach? He said, my theory is like test day. Don't study on test day. Just go into it. So I was like, all right, I'm going to kind of just wing it, go through and go through. Hey, Bill Murray says, evening, everyone. Just stopped in to say hi. Hope all is well. It's been a rough couple days for me, but couldn't stop to say hi. Hey, man, I've had a couple of those rough ones with some stress building up and some different things going on too. So Bill, I fully understand, man. I feel you. I'm here. If you ever need me, shoot me a message, shoot the mayor a message. Hopefully you can pop back in a little bit later tonight and maybe the conversation can kind of take your mind off.
Better. Yeah. Make it feel.
Yeah. So I didn't prepare at all on the game day. I tried to hit it really hard the day before. And yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of, Nick. And sorry for all the tangents, guys, but what's the beef, the like shredded beef called at Chipotle? What is the shredded beef called at Chipotle? So I went in and nut number 1, I was good, straight up golden. I could feel the heat, but I was golden. Nut number 2, I'm like, all right, I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. Nut number 3, it hit me. That boy hurt. That boy. Oh, no, not chorizo. It's this one. Barbacoa. That's what I was thinking of. Biltong, I was thinking of barbacoa. I like that stuff. That stuff's delicious. No, not chorizo. I'm thinking of barbacoa. So nut number 3 hit me. That's when I started to get the hiccups. And the hiccups were a challenge because I've had the hiccups before with heat, but I've never tried to continually eat on a quick time while I had the hiccups. Eating with hiccups is not easy. So that was a challenge. I had to kind of just power through it. And then and then it was all blurred to level 5, 8 level 5. And then it was the 5 minutes. That sucked. That was not fun. It started to get to my stomach. I don't know if celiac had something to do with it, but my stomach started to get those heat cramps. It started to lock up like a rock. And that time, and this is not corny at all, I'm being 100% truthful, that time moved so slow.
Yeah, I felt like I ran on endorphins or something. Like I was like in the zone and just happy I made it that far, and I was just kind of going with it because
it really hurt. I had to do a lap afterwards because my stomach was going so much. Now, how was your night of and then the next day?
Night of, boy, I was just high on life. I was happy to have been done with it. I was stressing about it a lot. I think I was grumpier that Saturday. So I was happy and relieved to be done with it. Then night of, I did okay. I did have some granular sugar and stuff like that. Then Sunday, the other side of things is as the nut challenge decided to make its way out of the mayor's office. There was a little pain there too.
That's what I was wondering. So the saying, the burning is true.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, mine was off the next day. It was off. I wasn't doing terrible. I thought I would be worse. That milkshake was so key. I do not think I would have done as well without the milkshake.
Yeah, the whole thing. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it tasted delicious.
Sugary milk.
Yeah. How many times have you gone back and rewatched it?
Twice. 2 times through.
I've probably been 5 times. No, more than that, because I wanted to watch each person exclusively.
Oh, good for you. You put like
yeah. Yep. Watching Adam K was nuts. And the Bearded Metal Chef was not far off. You were not far off from the Bearded Metal Chef. I came after you. And Steve, other Steve was right there with you too. He was so funny to watch. And Steve, if you're in here, man, he was earlier. Thank you for doing that with us, man. You added so much fun. And then watching Alex was something special.
He was, that was entertaining. I mean, and I'm glad I'm glad we had a good outcome because there was a while there we were kind of like just worried a little bit.
Yeah.
It's normal.
No, it was good. So did you have any family or friend there's Steve? Did you have any family or friends that were watching outside of this family and friends here?
My mom, my friend Mike, who recommended milkshakes, watched it that night later, and then he said we did well. He said I did well, and then my mom watched it the next day, and she
Okay. And what were their thoughts? Were they laughing? Did they think it was crazy? Because my mom watched, and she said I was stupid. That was her exact words.
to make that choice.
Yeah.
Overall. Yeah, my mom didn't say it was stupid. I think. Did your mom watch live?
Yep.
Okay, so I think that as a mom, I think my mom would have totally reacted differently if she didn't know how I was going to be. But since I called her, I sent her a link the next day, she was okay.
Okay.
Take some of the edge off.
Oh, and thank you, a girl, a guy in a garage. This is either Holly or Steve, or it's Holly and Steve. They have a channel together. It's very similar to this. They just talk. They tell random stories. The only difference is they're like really funny. It's pretty darn good. I had my neighbors who I'm really close with, the entire family, the Rogers family. They're probably not watching right now, but they were watching it outside as a family out by the fire, and they had the 3-pack of the Last Dab. And so they took out the Last Dab and got out some like crackers and stuff, and they were going through the Last Dab like as we were doing. I thought that was kind of cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Anybody joining in any way, that's what we have to do these days, right? It's kind of, make it work the best way we can. Hang out. If somebody's eating some hot stuff and you want to jump in, if we're having Mountain Dew tonight and you want to have Mountain Dew, do it.
Yeah. You have to. And Chris is right. Watching Steve, not you, but Beards and Wood hug that tub of ice cream. He had a full-blown tub of ice cream and was literally like holding it like a football.
I'm mistaken. He had a gallon of chocolate milk as well, correct?
Yeah, and he regretted the chocolate milk like instantly.
Yeah.
He did not think the chocolate milk was a good call.
I think it could. That stuff just messes with your stomach so much. I get it. I do.
Yeah. In the moment, I was very like, no, this is so stupid. Why would I ever do this? Right. And it was for the fun. It was for you guys. It's not anywhere near my biggest stream. My Monday stream was bigger. I had more people in it. I had more views already. So it's not like I was trying to get the craziest views of all time. It was an experience with some of my good friends, and I'm really glad I did it. I don't think I want to do anything on that level again, though. That was not something that I'm walking away like, yeah, I'm a man. I did that. I'm like, that was cool. We handled it, but I have no interest in being in that level of pain ever again for me personally.
Self-inflicted pain. I think it has, it's hard to kind of justify that to yourself. I would have to agree with that.
Yeah. Yep. And Steve said it was simple and awesome fun. It doesn't get more simple than eating hot nuts.
No,
that's it. That's it. We got a beard model in the building, Rob K. Hello. He's the front page of a beard company's website. So that's kind of cool. It's like we got royalty in here. And somebody brought up a question about a company and saying, do orders take a while? And we've talked a lot about this recently, and we kind of just give our thoughts. We're not complaining here at all. But it's not the companies, guys. Trust me, if your order is taking a while, it is not the beard companies. The post office is just overran right now. They were not prepared for this, nor was anybody. Education was not prepared for it. No other sector was. It doesn't seem like they have the right pieces in place to be making the proper calls to get everything going. It doesn't seem like they have the logistics figured out. This is not an exaggeration. All right, listen right here. I had 4 different delivery trucks deliver today. None of them were specially signed up. No, I didn't go to FedEx. I didn't go to Brown. I didn't go to anything else. This was all normal U.S. Post Office mail. And I had four different vehicles today. I received 2 packages that I had been waiting on that were over a week late. Not like when you order and it's like 3 to 5 days. The U.S. Post Office got a tracking code said your tracking is expected on what is today? Wednesday, was expected last Wednesday, last Tuesday, last Monday, and it kept saying in transit. So we live near Flint, Michigan. I had a package come from Texas. It went to Detroit. Detroit's close to us. It's 45 minutes. And then from Detroit, it went to Grand Rapids, which is 2 hours away, and then came back. I had another one that went to Detroit, left Detroit, came back to Detroit, and then went to our city. I had a package delivered from Fenton the other day.
Huh. There's just some, you know how do you remember the old cartoons where they would feed the steam engines with like coal and they would just shovel it in? You think they're just shoveling packages? This one's headed for Grand Rapids Polar Express. It's got to be about it.
And they're not small packages, so it's not like something got caught with something else, something that got messed up. It's been downright crazy, and their logistics are just off. I do not have the answer. I am not the guy for the job. So I always say, don't complain unless you can be a part of the solution. Well, I'm going against my word right now, and shame on me, but just sharing my thoughts here. I do not have the solution, but I know there should not be 4 separate vehicles giving me U.S. Post Office packages today. I couldn't believe it. We've had 2. Have you seen this? We've had my normal guy come through, and then there's a van behind him with packages. That's one thing. I've had several different times of the day these packages get delivered.
Yeah, I don't know. They must be hiring more shifts and delivering them out. We've had ours earlier than normal, but I don't know.
And the only issue here, though, is companies that have no control of it are getting the backlash. Beard companies are getting blown up with emails. I'm getting messages. Hey, how dare you recommend this company? They're slow as dirt. Sam got a message from her shirt company and was like, what's going on? How did you ship this thing? Your shirt's been hovering around in Michigan for 4 days. All we can do is drop it off. All we can do is pay for it. So my plea to you guys is please be patient. The post office is trying their best. But most importantly, this has nothing to do with these beard companies. This has nothing to do with your shirt that you're ordering. And it's, dude, I know 100%, you guys. Yeah, Rob says they're up 45%. Not defending them. I agree. This is an unexpected hurdle, and I do not envy their position at all. I do not envy their position at all. I just think that the point that's really important is that it's the Postal Service, not the supplier. So I'm trying not to complain, but somebody was like, have you tried this company? It's taken a while to get the order. I've heard that so much over the last few days. No blame in any direction. It's just a tough time, just a tough situation like the rest of this stuff.
Doug made a good point in the chat that he said that a lot of it too is fed by the fact that we are so used to next day shipping and, you know, getting stuff so fast. They got so good at it in the before coronavirus time that we were used to, you know, Amazon was almost faster than going out to the store and coming out. It was certainly less bother.
Right.
It's our preferred method, and it's still our preferred method. In fact, it's our, you want to be, you know, totally safe. It's one of your only methods. But the delivery time isn't there anymore.
Yeah, and absolutely, right? Yesterday, I don't know how many people tried to order takeout from Mexican restaurants yesterday for Cinco de Mayo. That just wasn't possible either. We had I don't know if you know my favorite, one of my favorite local places. It's in Burton over by like across from like DQ.
Yeah.
So they shut off their phone. They couldn't handle it. And they literally turned their phone off. They would only turn on their phone when they were able to take orders. Another one, we get emails from On the Border. It's like a national chain. And they had to send an email out apologizing for yesterday and not being able to handle it. Again, I'm not blaming them. It's just a super unique situation. And it is, Chipotle wouldn't take their online orders because they were flooded so much. Other places had lines that you couldn't believe. So there's things that we take for granted, like Cinco de Mayo getting tacos, like ordering beard mail and tracking it and thinking it goes to Detroit, then Flint, then my house. Those things just aren't happening right now.
Yeah, I think the big lesson here, this is, join me for Mayor's moment for a second. I think the big lesson here is essentially that sometimes in life nobody did anything wrong and bad stuff happens. I mean, this whole thing is bad, and we can yell and be mad at each other, but essentially bad stuff just, nature is amazingly forceful. If you have a person of faith, all of that it's amazing. Sometimes things happen, and there was a, I believe in Forrest Gump, there was a famous shirt that he, in the movie at least, helped create, and I won't say that, but it's absolutely right. Sometimes that just happens.
So true. And there's a word that we try to tell our kids: adversity. Some people overcome things, some people succumb to things, and they let the situation eat them up. And that's well said. And that's why, and Ryan C was exactly right. I was not complaining about the post office, making observations, but it is what it is. You can be angry about everything going on right now, or you can see the bright side of it and be happy with the other opportunities that we have. There absolutely, with all of this, have been some added stressors in my life that I've never had before, especially with teaching. And I could focus on those, or I can say, hey, I woke up to my daughter smiling at me today. I got to put my kids down to bed again. I got to put Jax down for a nap again. I've never been able to put him down for a nap ever, because in the school year I'm teaching, in the summer I'm coaching. I've been able to read him a book and put him down for a nap. That's extremely valuable. Now, I have video meetings on Friday that I'm not going to enjoy. I have a lot of stuff that I don't like doing, but it's give and take. There's the good, there's the bad. It is what it is.
Yeah. Something that can be a positive out of this, and I think will be, is that we are now, all the kids kind of going through this, especially when they've lost things like their socialization, their friends. They're going to know that lesson too, that sometimes things just happen, and you can get hung up on it, and you can get into a broken record cycle kind of thing, or you make the best, you keep your head low, you be a true American, a true patriot, and we get through it because we don't have another choice,
Yeah. And we haven't asked this yet. Again, shame on me. But Ryan J brings up a good question. What's in beard? So we're going to answer while you guys are answering in the chat. What do you have in beard today? Mayor, you go ahead, because I forgot what I had in beard. I got to remember it.
All right. I've got the bergamot myrrh.
He's ready.
NCW. Yeah. Nicholas Beardwell. Bergamot myrrh and citrus. I used it to take care of the cheek hairs for the business beard style that I like to rock. And I'm like, this smells good. Let's just make it happen all over. And then I just did a quick little, because last week people were a little bit like, what's going on with the beard? It looks a little flatter, a little de-trim. So I just kind of brushed down my wild stallion, my chin curtain right here. Just heated that down, and I left it kind of as is for you guys today.
See, it looks tight as can be.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it does.
I'll take that.
I have in Black Rebel Beard Co.'s new scent, and I cannot tell you guys what it is because it is their scent of the month for June.
What?
For June.
So you're kind of like teasing us a little bit.
Teasing you a little bit. I may be teasing an 8 a.m. video on Friday.
I like their stuff. The Black Rebel, yesterday was a Black Rebel day for me. The good stuff.
You're digging the emu oil?
Oh yeah. It's
emu is so nourishing.
Great feel to it.
If you're having a bad beard couple of days, you hit it with that emu, you're doing okay. I'm doing okay. For me, it's bad. I'm stuck in London and family in Portugal. Oh man, that's awful. I can imagine there's a lot of situations like that. Well, I hope it clears up for you soon, my man. I hope it clears up for you soon. And yeah, so one thing with as Michael names here is their scents are strong, and there's a huge demand for that in the community, right? People ask for those strong scents, and they do. Michael, he does have a couple not so strong ones that are coming, and they fit my style pretty well. So keep an eye out for that video on 8 a.m. on Friday. So that's a big one dropping soon. So yeah, I'm really digging the scent I got in beard. I love bergamot's my favorite citrus.
Dan, I got a question for you.
Yes, please.
Does your Mountain Dew taste any better? Because mine actually does.
Oh,
I can taste it more.
Baby. It's so good. Last week was weird.
It was. We were in the heat of conditioning and training for our Death Nut Challenge. And I mentioned, I'm like, do you ever feel like you get a bad batch of Mountain Dew? This is the same batch. It was me. It was the mayor. Mayor was having a problem.
And I jumped on that with quickness to respond to you because I was already thinking that same thing.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. We burned our taste buds.
Yeah, repeatedly.
Yeah. I will say, though, I had tuna for lunch today, and I did throw in a hefty amount of Last Dab, and it was delicious.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I have this couple hot sauces I like. By Friday last week, I was just I could just like dump them in my mouth. It was good. I was desensitized.
How'd that go again?
Dump them in my mouth.
Too good. Yeah, and if you guys have questions, we're now slow and getting to more of those questions out there. Did you say different live brios coming out with a zero space? They are. They're going to have a new blade that is a zero gap blade. Zero gap. Detroit Grooming Mike, hello, my friend. The one I have is about 2 million Scoville units for the Last Dab. So yeah, that's pretty good. Joshua, I have not noticed that, but I did notice that Luxurious threw out a giveaway today because it dominated my feed on Instagram. And the Archer is one. I love Fable. You guys know that, but it's one of my least favorites. One of my least favorites. So yeah, interesting thing on Monday, 2 birthdays. It's DanCBearded's birthday and DJ Silky Dan's birthday.
I knew those guys were. Are they twins or how's?
No, they're just friends. It's just a random coincidence.
Wow, that's the third situation. A lot of people having similar birthdays.
And Joel's birthday's on Friday, like as in 2 days. In 2 days, on paper, he can earn those grays now. Just kidding.
Multi Blue Eyes asked me about if I had any experience or what I thought of Broke Donkey. I have no experience yet with that group, that company.
I don't have any extras to give to you on those ones. They're so good.
Okay.
There's some companies that I get a lot of duplicates on that I love. I'm like, I gotta keep this one. That one I have not had duplicates yet. So sorry. That one's not coming. It is also Dan Command's birthday as well. Yes, it is Dan Command's birthday. So yeah, spot on there, my friend. What are you getting Silky for his birthday? Oh, that's a good question. I did not think about that. What do you get the man that has it all?
Who said auto tune? You don't need auto tune, or Silky Dan doesn't need auto tune, right? He doesn't. No. Nope. His if anything, he could auto tune. No one said auto tune, by the way.
He should be the auto tune,
right? Like he is the bar, and you just raise your level to that bar. Yeah,
for sure. Mark Acker asks, "Hey Dan, I downsized from a house to apartment. The apartment has hard water. Any negative impacts?" Oh, I have a long list of notes and research and facts on that. I will be making a video in the near future. All I will say is it is a loaded question. Look into a water filter that you can add to your shower because there is some impact on your beard, and I'll get into that. It's been one that I've been working on for a long time because it's a very loaded question. There's a lot of different types of hard water, and some good, some bad. There's good things about filtered. There's bad things about filtered. So look into a shower filter would be my advice. Any tips for the French fork? Marshall, are you ready, guys? Drink! I have a video on the French fork where I give all sorts of tips. Detroit Grooming Mike actually is rocking a French fork right now. So it is, it's a style. I will say that definitely. A lot of guys don't like it or kind of insecure about the fork in there. So check out that video. It'll do a much better job. If you just search beard French fork, I think there's only like 2 or 3 videos, and I usually am the top one. So check that one out there. Yeah, right. Silky Dan should do the Death Nut Challenge. He's too cool for that. There's no chance.
I did see Doug suggested, again, Doug, some kind of blue velour suit jacket, some kind of smoker's jacket, something just – if Silky could get more silky and more comfortable, we could bring him into our maybe that would help him to show up more. I don't know. I mean,
that's a phenomenal idea. That's a phenomenal idea. Hello, Joe. Great timing there. Me have been eating some Matador, and I am busting into tonight, Joe, the sriracha style beef. Sriracha,
baby.
So Mayor, have you watched any good movies recently? We've had some more movie opportunities. We got a plug. We got our buddy who hooks us up with movies. Can't speak any more on it, but
right.
You got anything else?
I mean, the kids watch for Cinco de Mayo, and this, I don't know, whatever you can say about. I mean, you ever watch The Three Amigos, the old one? Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, Martin Short. What? It was good. It wasn't exactly what I remembered as a kid. Good, but. Okay. It was funny, like when we watch movies, you've got Luke, the newly 8-year-old by a couple days, explaining the whole plot to his 11-year-old brother who can't get it.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Owen. They think it's real. And Betsy and I can't even make eye contact with her because it's hilarious.
Just laughing.
The second grader's just kind of helping out the 5th grader.
Nice.
So he goes, I think that's about it. I think there was one called like The Cottage or something like that, where this like stepmom goes up. It's a horror movie. It was newly released, and she's kind of messed up, and like the dad leaves, of course, so they're up in this place, and the mom it's like a horror movie. I don't want to ruin the whole thing, but it was pretty good.
Okay.
How about you?
Not really. We had a stretch probably 2 weeks ago where we were watching movies pretty heavily, and it was great. We watched Onward. We watched the Trolls new one. All sorts of movies. Went back and watched some classics for the kids. Like what was one that they were really digging? They liked Space Jam. That was cool to watch. I watched another one, but we haven't been watching a ton of movies recently. It's been more shows for them, and especially during the week trying to get Maddox like, I don't know, more educational things. So I've been it's Animal Week this week. He's learning about animals. So we've been watching a lot of like animal shows. Like Sam's like, you can't show. Like I like those. Do you know the series Life?
Yeah.
Phenomenal, right? With the crazy graphics and crispy cameras. They go underwater and stuff, and they'll like occasionally show like a lion hunting down like a little animal or something. And Sam's like, you can't show them that. And the dudes are like really cool with it. They're like, oh, and stuff. So we've been watching as many like animal documentaries. We watched one crazy one on like this wild shark that can like detach its jaw, come out and grab you. It's called like the ghost shark, I think. Right. So it's been fun to watch those with the kids.
Yeah, that's that Planet Earth and all those movies. They're amazing. Like all I ever think about now as a science teacher, I've run through a lot of those. All I ever think about is the guys that are filming it, and like. Yeah. Just like what is it like to be and there are a few of them, like Planet Earth has like at the end of each of their videos, they show like the zoom lenses that are like hugely that they use, and then also like the blinds and the things, and they like live out there for a couple days to get the animals to get used to it.
Yeah, there's a really cool video on YouTube. It's got some absurd millions of views, and it's this guy who tracks down it's in Canada. If anybody's seen it, correct me on the animal. It's some kind of large cat, and it's this really elusive cat in Canada. It's in the snow. I don't think it's a snow. Somebody help me out. It's a large cat in the snow, and the like cat like bonds with this cameraman, and he like over a course of like days and days and days, he follows this cat around, and it like gets kind of like playful with him and stuff. It's an amazing thing to like watch this develop, and they do a great job. A lynx, yeah, it's a lynx. Thank you guys. And They do. I think it's a Lynx. Yep, it 100% is a Lynx, and they do a great job of like showing the cameraman from a different cameraman, and it's wonderful. You guys got to look it up. Look up like a Canadian Lynx, and it's really really good. Yeah, all about Blue Planet. Blue Planet's great. The British voice, and I just love the shots. For me, the most fascinating place on Earth is like the ocean, the deep sea, for how big, like to like try to get an idea of how big a blue whale is, or even like an orca whale, stuff like that. And then to think about like how much we have not explored and what's down there and what they found. That whole unknown for me is I love the ocean. I love the deep. What's up, Pedro? We were talking about you earlier, man. You missed it. You'll have to go back. But I'm fascinated with the ocean.
I always tell the kids at school that that David Attenborough is in a lawn chair right next to this happening. He's like, he didn't realize it then, but it would be the last meal of his lifetime. I just think it adds to the ambiance that the guy's right there narrating the whole thing. But it'd be cool. It'd be funny.
Yeah, he's the Ken Burns of history documentaries for like animals.
Absolutely.
They're just the cameras they use for those are so good. You see like the crab coming up out of its shell, walking towards the edge of the water and stuff.
I could totally see Will Ferrell doing a movie like Anchorman, where he's that guy that does the wildlife videos, talking like, and he gets a little, he gets a little too involved, it's sometimes, and things go bad, but I would watch that movie.
I was watching one of my favorite podcasts. You guys know I talk about podcasts a lot, but podcasts are good for me because you can throw it on while you're doing stuff. You don't have to actively be watching, almost similar to this. You can just throw this on tomorrow and listen. And I love Joe Rogan, of course, but I was watching the Pat McAfee podcast. Do you know what that is, Mayor?
No.
Or who that is? So Pat McAfee was a pro punter, arguably the greatest punter of all time. And he is an absolutely hilarious human, like stand-up comedian, top-notch, hilarious human. And he, what was it? Where was I going? Will Ferrell. He said they brought Will Ferrell, and he goes, "Let me throw a fastball at you real quick. When's the last time Will Ferrell's had a hit? When's the last time he actually hit one out of the park?" It's been a minute, and he doesn't need to. He's a classic. He's a legend. He has a portfolio that's ridiculous. He also is the co-founder of what's the company he did? Laugh or Die.
Funny or Die.
Funny or Die. Yeah. Funny or Die.
I'm gonna say I know what it is. I'm gonna say Elf.
Elf.
Yeah.
I don't know the chronological order, but Elf for me is my epitome of a Christmas movie.
Yeah, and I mean that's what helps it. Is that
they said on the show, Get Hard is probably his last one. The one with Kevin Hart, very funny.
Oh yeah. Because he does the whole yep. The whole Gator shtick.
And now when we look through his resume from back in the day, Anchorman, Hall of Fame.
Right.
Step Brothers, maybe the funniest movie I've ever watched. Talladega Nights. How many lines are iconic from Will Ferrell movies?
Right. I wanted to show the kids Talladega Nights, and I'll have an idea at the dinner table, and I'll be like, I'll ask Alexa because she knows a lot around our house.
Yeah.
And what's it rated? And Betsy still said no, even though it was PG-13.
Yeah. He that's probably a good call, though. It's probably a good call.
We've definitely been loosening our movie restraints a little bit. We're opening up the library. Spaceballs, we watched that one.
Which one?
Spaceballs.
Nice.
John Candy, the spoof of Star Wars. Yeah.
Now, have you seen Flint Tropics?
Oh yeah, Semi-Pro. Yeah,
right. That's us.
All the footage was from downtown, and You know, I was when they did all the scenes, I would point to my kids and be like, "That's where I caught the Pokemon." You know, the shine. Because that's where we were. That's when we started.
That's the Poke Stop right there. That's you can tell them all the spots. Mo has never seen Step Brothers. Unbelievably funny movie. Unbelievably funny movie.
If you have two sons, though, there are moments where there are such parallels to them and their lives, especially what's going on right now. It can brush again, you know, just kind of like a cat brushing up against your legs. You're like, ooh, you know, I hope that doesn't happen to us, and it won't. Yeah. But there are some parallels there. But that's it. It's tied into that reality a little bit.
Yeah, but think about how many legendary lines are from Will Ferrell. Shake and bake. If you're not first, you're last. Right? We got more room for bunk beds. Like it's the Catalina wine mixer. Like just
Gators women. I don't think he said women, but they, you know, all the things that they need to do.
Did you touch my drum set?
No.
So good. Oh man. And there's more cowbell. Yeah.
Saturday
Night Live.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite. I mean, if someone asked you your favorite SNL skit, would it be a cowbell?
I have to fully admit I am by nowhere even knowledgeable of Saturday Night Live at all. I've caught the famous ones. I've caught the ones that have made their rounds online, but I am not a follower of, and I know it's legendary comedy. Some of the best got their start there. There are writers there. I'm just not a Saturday Night Live guy. Not that I dislike it. I just haven't really followed it.
Well, that's okay. We all, you know.
What about you? What's your favorite?
Oh, probably cowbell. I'm thinking of it like right now. I mean, it just, you know, it just resonates so down to your core as far as who doesn't need more cowbell in their life, especially right now. I'll admit, I was thinking we were having a little misunderstanding in the mayor's mansion tonight, and I'm like, you know what this situation needs? It needs more cowbell. Do I really? Yeah. And then I thought, 10% of me thought, should I go on Amazon and order a cowbell? So the next time I think this, I have a cowbell. And how would Betsy enjoy if I just started playing the cowbell for her?
That you couldn't have tension anymore.
I don't think so.
It would just end it.
Or I wouldn't be taking breath anymore. The tension would snap, and the mayor would be get down, and Betsy would step into my role. But it might be worth it.
Yeah. Fun fact, my intro song has cowbell in it.
Oh,
listen for that next time. Will Ferrell's Harry Carey. Oh yeah, Harry Carey's. Michael said he's showing his age here. His skit is Ed Grimley. I'll be honest, I don't know who that is.
I thought Martin Short did Ed Grimley. I don't know. Okay.
I don't know who that is. Yeah,
I think it was something like that.
And I'm with Nick Bird here, as I usually am. We seem to be on the same wavelength here. I am a Chappelle Show guy. I can recite every episode by heart, some that I would not be allowed to say out loud, and I wouldn't say out loud, but I know every single episode of Chappelle Show is absolutely, absolutely amazing. For me, I love a lot of comedians, of course, but Chappelle is the greatest of all time for me.
We didn't mention Sam Kinison last year, but he used to get so upset about things that it was funny.
I do like seeing Sam Kinison get mad. Yeah.
Did you ever see Back to School?
I don't think so.
Rodney Dangerfield's a diving. It's diving related, and he did a Rodney Dangerfield, Sam Kinison. I don't know if you'd like it. Honestly, I don't think you would, but you might. It's about swimming. A dad. I don't want to spoil it for you. Back to School. Definitely. You're looking to eat up some time because let's be honest, who isn't? Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah. Okay. Joe's getting mad at me. Everyone's saying you haven't seen that. I've never heard of it, to be honest.
You got to check it out.
Mayor, what did the five fingers say to the face?
I think they punched him. Oh.
Oh, there's so many characters on there. What is the Chappelle's crackhead? It'll give you wings. Clayton Bigsby.
You ever
Do you
seen
know
I'm Gonna Get You Sucker?
what's that?
I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, the movie. Has the Wayans in it.
Oh, so I do. I have followed the Waynes. Yeah, Tyrone Biggums. It'll give you wings. I don't know that one specifically off the top of my head.
You should check that out. You would like
Okay.
that one. There's a great rib about buying one rib. There's a whole shtick that you would appreciate and enjoy.
Yeah. All right, I'll check it out. Yeah, Tyrone Biggums is a crackhead. He's got white residue all around his mouth. Things fly. Yeah, Tyrone Biggums is he's an interesting character. He was do you know who Tyrone Biggums is?
Well, I've sent you some memes over the years.
Okay.
Yes.
So he was a member of the KKK. He was blind and he was African American.
Wow.
Yeah. The writers for the Chappelle Show are absolutely legendary. Legendary. Just so unbelievably funny. And then there's so many like underrated episodes too that I love on there. Peanut butter and crack sandwich. Yeah. So I gotta go back and watch someone. Fear Factor with Tyrone. Yeah. We could go on forever with those ones. Curb Your Enthusiasm. So I never got into Curb. I know people are like wildly passionate about that show, and I tried, but I couldn't do it. I didn't really get into it.
You know, I just was talking to our friend, and he hooked. I didn't have to re-up HBO. He hooked me up with the seasons I hadn't seen of Curb Your Enthusiasm. So I'm watching that right now.
You like it?
Betsy doesn't like it at all, but I like it. You just gotta watch. The whole thing is they always fit in. He just writes really well, and it just fits in. And you have to watch from beginning to end. And if you jump in, you're not gonna like anybody, and you don't really like anybody, anyways.
Yeah.
But just the setup, and then when you realize where it's going,
is it Larry David?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Who actually has an interesting tie to our school? Did you?
I have an autographed picture from Larry David.
Right.
Yep. You want to give that story?
We had Elaine, real life Elaine. She went off and married someone else, and her children came through our school. So she's friends with Larry David, and we had him in school, and they're a brilliant family, and he it's just kind of really neat to have a little bit of a other side view of the Seinfeld, and then obviously Curb Your Enthusiasm too.
Yeah, literally, he dated this mom of students that we had, and he based Elaine off of this mom, and so we'd go into parent teacher conferences with Elaine, and that's all I thought about.
Yeah,
the whole entire time. And my favorite line from the real life Elaine is, "So how's my son doing?" I said, "He's wonderful. He's like brilliant. Well, he should be surrounded by all these morons." It's like, whoa. It was awesome. It was awesome. Nice. So now that you watched the Little Dicky Show, I think you might like Curb now. Okay. I got to give, maybe I'm not thinking of the right show. Is
Larry David, his best friend is the guy on the dad from the Goldbergs. And they just do really ridiculous. It's very much, you can tell that this guy was the Seinfeld guy, because he finds little things in terms of how people deal with each other, mannerisms, customs that we have, and he just kind of goes the other way, and he pushes the button, and it's awkward, and he's not a very nice guy, but it's hilarious at times, and he kind of just blows up in his face.
I think I'm thinking of the wrong show. What is the show that has like a car with steps on it, and the family has like a corn dog stand, if I'm remembering correctly?
Are you talking about? It's on Hulu,
and on Hulu. It's on Netflix. It's got Will Arnett in it, I think. Help me out, guys.
Oh, hold on. It's not. It's Banana.
Arrested Development. That's what it is.
Development.
Okay, that's what I'm getting confused with. I did not like Arrested Development. Have I seen The Wire? Every episode. Love The Wire. Amazing, amazing series.
I've never seen one.
Oh, so good. If you like crime, if you like prison, stuff like that, it's an amazing one here.
I like to learn about them. I don't necessarily like to participate in.
True. Right. I could have phrased that better. My home security was going off for anybody that tries to pop in.
You go.
Nothing.
You ever get like cats or dogs on your?
Yeah.
I got a deer the other day.
Yeah, we've had deer. We've had a bunch of random ones for that set it off. So yes. Yeah, Jason Bateman, that's what it is. And I think Will Arnett's in it too, right? In that one. Oh yeah, and they're throwing out some classics now with Sons of Anarchy. I've probably watched it twice. Love it. What else we got? Oh, Schitt's Creek is the one that I told everybody to watch. Amazing. Are you up to date on Schitt's Creek?
I've watched it 3 times through.
Oh, their character development's so good.
So fast, though. It's like butter. It just melts. Like they go really quick, but they're fun.
Yeah. Boardwalk Empire, that's a great one. Sopranos, Breaking Bad, of course. You have to watch Breaking Bad. You have to watch that one.
I had another. I know we already had Mayor's moment, but I drew some parallels last night between Ozark and Breaking Bad.
Oh,
Ozark
yeah.
And Breaking Bad. Very similar. You don't know who to like. I personally really don't like the wife in either one of those series. So I don't know. But for me, I guess maybe it was the dislike of Skylar, and then on Ozark, whatever her name is, and all the trying to push things too far. I don't know, a little similar.
Yeah, it's almost the same storyline. Normal guy that you wouldn't expect to be in this situation of crime and suspense and danger and doing something that's really bad and getting into this world of all these gangsters and killers and stuff. And that's kind of what taps into what we all want. We want to be that normal guy with some danger in our life, but from the safety of our own couch.
Isn't that what our beard's for? The little edge.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And David, that beard guy KC, Jerky and Do Money, thank you, my friend. That will 100% be put to good use there. That is not a problem. Not a problem on that. Mr. Michael Phelps, take care, my man. Michael Phelps, Sophisticated Neanderthal guys, and David. Sophisticated Neanderthal has a channel. He's taken a little hiatus, a little break, because he is an attorney and he's had some big cases. He had to shave his beard off. He didn't have to, but he chose to shave his beard off. But he has got some more new videos coming up, and crazy high quality, has like uberly expensive cameras and equipment and everything. So I usually don't even listen to him. I just sit in awe of his like quality, and I'm like, how does he get the audio like that? How does that picture look so good? Why is his beard so short right now? So those are the things I think of when he's talking.
Wow. Behind the scenes. Into the commands corner.
Right. I have not seen, thanks, Dan, I appreciate it. I was just kidding about the Empire, Michael. I have not seen Extraction yet. I know everyone's been talking about it on Netflix. Have you seen it?
Nope.
No? All right, we got to watch it. We'll come back to you guys. And if you guys have beard questions, throw them. We're just kind of hanging out, having some conversation here. Mayor, are you up to date on The Last Dance?
The Last Dance. Oh, I am. Sorry. I've just finished the Rodman episode, and then I saw the Pistons part, so I'm on part 4.
Okay, so you're not even close.
No? How many are out?
6.
Oh, okay. I'm taking my time. Me, Owen, and Betsy watch it. We love it.
Yeah, I bet Owen would love it.
It's got to be the 3 of us together. Luke, he doesn't care. He'll be like, he'll look a TV show in the eye and tell it he doesn't care. Just drop the remote and walk away. He doesn't care.
What are a few brands that are good for gray beards? There's 3 that I usually recommend. I recommend Fable, Uncle Donnie's, and Norseman. Fable, Uncle Donnie's, and Norseman. Those are my 3 favorites there. Have you tried any of those companies, Matt?
Norseman, and I don't know if I've ever tried anything from Fable.
Okay.
And not Uncle Donnie's, no.
Okay. Best handled large oxhorn comb. For me, it's been Amazon, just straight up Amazon. I got a video on it. Check that link. I use it every single day of my life. Have you seen The Long Shot? Yes, I have seen The Long Shot. That's a good one. Peppermint oil. If you're looking for straight up peppermint oil, I recommend Bad Dog Beard Co. They have a peppermint rosemary that is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Give that a look. Dan the Man, all caps, is the discount code. They made it, not me. So it's, oh yeah, Mamba mentality. Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. All right, here you go, man. How do you keep the part under your lip to lay down instead of curling up? This was made for you. I'm handing you the rock.
You have just named Lord Voldemort of my beard. You said his name loudly because this area, what I like to call chin curtain, is a problem. So what I do, where I'm at right now, is if I need a fast fix, I'll do a balm, like something with a little bit more wax in it, and just kind of plaster it down. But if I have the time, and I have had the time lately, I'll tuck that bottom lip in, and I'll get those guys to stick out in their weirdness, and I'll use that Kushel bar on high, and I'll just kind of bring them down. So I like stick them out intentionally, and I bring them down so they're like over tucked in. And I do believe, honestly, that with this whole stay at home thing, I've been able to I'm getting through that awkward phase of that part of my beard, which there are days when Betsy will look at me and laugh because it's like my beard goes out like that because of these guys. So I hope that answers it.
Sounded good to me. I know that's been your number one struggle.
It's I think guys tend to, if you're doing like this, if you're new to a beard or you're doing like a business beard or a shorter beard, we tend to just, and I've seen some of my pictures where I would just hack it off, and it takes a while to catch back up. But I do think I think it's going to look good there at the end.
So you just need to train it,
more or less. I mean, brushing it, yeah, but heat has been a big factor too. And like I said, 2 quick fixes, any kind of balm with a little more wax in it.
Okay. What is your favorite Matador? This one. I just went back for 2 more packs. It's so good. Sonny, if you're out there, thank you again, man. I will definitely be hitting you up in the future once this is all gone or close to gone. How's the mullet cam working? Mayor, did you see the mullet cam on Monday?
I did not hang out that much. No, that was Betsy and I. She likes to hang out with me once in a while, so it just happened to be one of those nights. Tell me about the mullet cam. Come on, don't make me, I don't want to feel bad. We're not here to feel bad. Tell me what's going on.
I even threw it early in the stream so everybody could catch it. It was like right away. Okay, so the mullet cam. So I got this camera. I have a secondary camera that I had set up over here. And I kicked it to the mullet cam, and it was a shot of the mullet on screen. Like I brought you in as a guest on this. I brought in the mullet cam as a guest.
Nice.
That I don't have the mullet cam set up right now, so I cannot hit the mullet cam, guys. I cannot do that for you right now, but it's the video's still up.
Be careful with that thing because he may get his own personality, and he may just go, he may, once you put him on camera and give him his own camera, just like the mayor, you never know where it's going to go.
Yeah, it was an amazing experience. Carolina Reaper cheddar cheese, no, but the mayor and myself, because Doug brought it, we tried jalapeno cheddar, like real jalapeno cheddar. It was Amish, actually. It was really good. Yes. Dan, do you have the 7-panel beard octane hat? I do not. Even though 7-panel is my favorite, I do not have that hat. Don't hate. The mayor's getting some quality time. Yes. No hate there. Just disappointed. What's up, Ralph? Ralph from the group. My main man, Ralph. Ralph, my main man, Ralph. All right. It was just me with my cell phone. Yeah, right. Yeah, the mullet cam was actually Steve Beards and Wood. He was just standing over there with his cell phone.
You flew him in, though, for that, right?
Yes, I covered the cost.
That's cool.
Said, which kind of Matador? It is the Flamin' Hot Matador. It is so dang good. So dang good. But yeah, the mullet's doing good. It's ready for a touch-up.
No.
But it's doing good. And the real thing with the mullet cam is it gets the mullet, but it also shows my side beard. And I don't get to show off my side beard much on camera. And so it gave me like a really nice shot to give the side beard. I think Silky's beard is longer than yours, Dan. Makes sense.
Well, the guy's got no stress in his life, so why, he probably can grow and grow and grow.
He seems to just do everything just like a little bit better. Just a little bit better. So, yeah, it's frustrating, Silky, but he's a buddy. I like to see my friends do well. I like to cheer their accomplishments, not pray for their downfalls. But that's just me. That's just the guy I am. Mary, you got anything you're looking forward to for the rest of the week, the weekend? Oh yeah. You got other than so what? When's up north? What's the plan? What are you guys doing?
Morning, we'll leave. I have a meeting, a school meeting at 9, hopefully fast, and then I hit the road, Jack, and we'll go up there and no Fortnite, no Xbox, so that'll be good just to kind of break that cycle.
Now, will you be there Friday?
So
Saturday. You're gonna take the work meetings on Friday up there?
I'm gonna take them up there. I'm gonna impress them. I'm gonna show them around. Maybe I'll take them out in the water if they're lucky.
Okay.
I'll zoom the Zoom.
Yeah.
I won't. We don't have boats out yet, so no, I won't.
That'd be pretty cool though. You'd have to get internet.
No, it's supposed to snow Friday.
What?
Yeah, up there.
Okay. Welcome to Michigan. Do you get knots at the end of your beards when brushing? I don't brush for one, but no, I do not get knots when I comb. My beard is pretty nice, pretty healthy. So nope, no knots here. No knots here. The chef is in the building.
Here he is.
The champ. The one and only. Absolutely crushed it. Now these guys are looking at moving on to the one chip challenge. What are your thoughts on that, Mayor? Unfiltered, no holding back.
What do you mean? Like me involved with it, or just the whole idea?
If they were to approach you and say, "Hey, we want to piggyback off that. We want to do the one chip challenge."
I think I need a little more. Yeah, I mean, someday, sure. I don't know about right away.
Yeah,
I don't know.
For me, I feel like the one chip challenge cannot be as hard, just because of like the time differences. I thought the hardest thing about the nut challenge was like the regimented time, the waiting 5 minutes. I thought that was the hardest part.
So one chip challenge essentially is a chip and you're done. So,
yep. Hot chip.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure. How many Scoville units is it?
I don't know that one. I actually looked it up, couldn't find it.
Okay. Maybe it's a different metric in that case.
Steve said he's down if they got one. So yeah, well, I agree. Something to chew on for the future. One that I will never do is the toe of Satan. It is the hottest sucker in the world. Nope, no interest in that. Don't want to keep that in my mouth.
Yeah, no.
Dan, do you ride a motorcycle? I've never been on one in my life, and I confidently can say that I never will be. That's just not who I am. I think they look awesome. I see dudes riding, their beards blowing in the breeze. Phenomenal. It seems like it's a cool thing to get a hold of. I have an obsessive personality, and if I don't want to like something, I don't do it, right? I've never done drugs in my life because I don't want to like it. You see how I am with Jerky. You see how I am with beards. I don't want to like motorcycles. I don't want to like coffee. I've never had a coffee. So, no. What about you, Mayor? Ride motorcycles? Has there been one?
No. I'm like you as far as that goes. Like, no. Like I would rent a scooter when we would go on vacation in Florida. Like, it is as fun as it looks. It's awesome. Like, but it's not a motorcycle, so it's not something it was just good for the island that we were on. The freedom and the awesome, it is really cool, but same thing, my Betsy's kind of like, I need you. I'm not doing this raising these kids alone. If something were to happen to you, not that there's so much risk involved in everything, but no, right. I never really have ridden a real true motorcycle.
Okay. Yeah, me either there. Where did this go? I saw a couple other questions. Oh yeah. Hey, do you guys know where to get a mask if I have a beard? I don't, Andrew, off the top of my head. I turned an old baby blanket into my bandana. I know a couple companies are selling different guards and stuff. If you guys have suggestions in the chat, feel free to throw them out there, but I don't, Mayor.
I had an old N95 painting mask that I use when I go out to the store, and I try to think through the viral the whole impact of when you take it off. Do you take it off in the car? And if you do you like? So I don't know. I don't have any amazing tips on that.
Okay.
Whatever works, you know?
Yeah. I would like to see a cancer beard related video. That would probably take a lot of, I'm not saying it's not possible, but I don't know anything about that off the top of my head. It's not something I've experienced. It's not something I've dealt with. So it'd take a lot of like research and interviewing to do the video, but it's possible. It's definitely a topic that would be worth covering.
I think of chemo, we know it affects your head hair. How does it impact your facial hair?
Yeah, for sure. I would assume in the same way, but
probably.
That's just an assumption. Jason said, "Did I hear Toa saying you did? You heard how I said I would never do Toa saying." That is for sure. And I've heard a lot of this. The neck garters people are using. Am I saying good for the mayor, but for Dan? I don't know. I got a long beard. My beard's getting into that long territory.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, Sammy Cakes. I'm wearing a bandana, make me look like a cowboy. Yeah, I've gotten the bank robber comment many times. Dishes done. Yeah, the one nice thing right now with younger kids is I get to put them to bed so early. What time are your boys going to bed?
Well, they insist on getting up at like 7:30 every day. So we flex it between 8 and 9.
Okay.
Sometimes the movie spills over. But it just depends if they're real mouthy, and because neither one of them will ever take a nap anymore. They used to, whatever. But so between 8 and 9, and if we're, it could be early as 8 o'clock. We start the process. Like Luke is in these Dr. Doolittle books, so every night, like we read like I don't know, it's like 40 minutes. I swear, of reading a chapter of this Dr. Doolittle. But it's good. He enjoys it. Whatever. Owen's a little bit more chill when he goes to bed, but so we just rotate that. But between 8 and 9, we start the process, and that usually means because we go up and we lay with them until they fall asleep. My parents never did that, but we do that for our kids. Like
no, we've talked about this. Yeah, no,
yeah,
not in the slightest. But yeah, we do. It's just the way. I know. I let Jax pick out the book, and he'll pick out like the long one. I'm like, oh god, dang it! Like, what about the other one? What about the rainy day book? Huh? Like that, it's beautiful out. I'm like, we can think about rainy days. It's all right. So, Dan, are you still fading the top of your sideburns into your hairline and the beard? So I have stopped touching my beard entirely. So I used to fade this area right here, and now I get these little like curly Q messes because it's growing out on me. So where my actual beard starts, where I think it's right where my like ear opening is. I'm sorry, I don't know the biological term, but right here, I have not touched going down. So I have stopped touching the beard itself completely. Now I do my sideburns for my head hair, but I stopped touching the beard. James, thank you, my man. $10 super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you, buddy. But yeah, so I stopped touching that. And Mary, you gave yourself a haircut, right?
I did. I used the Brio Beardscape a little while ago. Maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. I need to get the neck again. But that thing's been money as far as doing little touch-ups and just guard cuts and things like that during all this.
What better time to have one?
No. And I had just enough experience to use it correctly and not do some huge mistake.
I agree. What's up, Dragon? Dragon. Guys, this Wild Heat beef jerky is a bit hot. My man, you would have not done well in the Death Nut Challenge. That like that stuff was hot, like actually hot. My lips burned all night.
Yeah, that was an area that like it just kind of must have stuck to for a while there.
I think it must have been our tongues or our saliva or something because I didn't touch the nuts to my lips.
I forgot to wear gloves. I had a tissue I was using. So then when it came time to like take my contacts out, I ended up putting gloves on to take my contacts out. Because
safety first.
Yeah, I don't want to play that game.
Yeah, I used my little dish, but I did take one of the nuts out and showed the camera at some point, so I had to be careful there.
Yeah, I hear you.
Dan, stop! What am I stopping? Was it the bag? Oh, I guess I was talking about. I don't have my teacher filter on. I guess there were nuts to lips comments. All right. Oh, I got you, Steve. All right. All right.
You do get out of the habit.
Yeah. Jason has talked about taking his contacts out and that, and other guys have talked about like itching. You know what I mean? Having some areas on itching. So yeah, let me down this one here. Mary, you can take this question.
Hey, how you doing after the challenge? I was worried about your cause. You were so quiet and bright-eyed. That was just my way of dealing with it. One of the big things I get from hot foods is hiccups, so I'll breathe with my mouth. I didn't know how it was gonna end, so I wasn't gonna go over the top one way or the other. I was gonna try and keep a game face on, and I'm doing really well. In fact, enjoying kind of getting my taste buds back on some of my favorite foods for sure.
Yeah, I think some people didn't know how to handle your game face. They didn't know what was going on. They didn't know where to take it. Like, is he just beasting it, or should we be worried?
Right. Well, and you know, when you have 6 people there, I always try to step back because I totally have an attention issue. I have like a processing issue with sound, like getting multiple people talking. Like, you want to see me flip out, like have me be on the phone and then try and talk to me, and my brain just melts down. I've done the dumbest things I've ever done is in those situations when the auditories, So I think for me, I step back and I get quiet so I can just listen. I don't know.
Interesting.
My
Interesting.
Deal.
Now, would that go the same for like reading a text message and someone trying to talk to you at the same time?
No.
Okay, because I do that to Sam terribly, where I'll be reading something and she'll talk and I shun it and I'm working on it, but she'll be talking to me, like doing the movies, but I really I don't hear it.
I may not hear for sure. Yeah, no, I tell my students too, just try to get my eyes. Always get my eyes when you're talking. It's the best thing. It's nothing intentional. But no, this is like I had like a suite mate in college. I was talking to a girl on the phone, and he came in from his suite and started being loud and didn't realize it was on the phone. I turned, I pushed him. He flew back, like physically, like just because I was annoyed. And yeah, it's like a little short circuit in the old mayor's wiring.
That's wild. It's like the one button that can't be pushed.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was almost like you were bluffing yourself. Like you were like telling yourself you were okay. And
I'm like, you got this, Gator.
Yeah, whatever works. So what are your plans for food up north?
Well, the in-laws were up there about a week ago, and they left us the staples, eggs, milk, things like that. We're gonna we'll always bring a cooler, and then we'll get pizza. But yeah, people aren't really thrilled with the Southern Michigan people, Genesee, going
they're
up
angry
and bringing our stuff. But I'll tell you what, we pay for a residence up there, pay good tax dollars and good money. So they're not, if we have to go somewhere, we will, but we're going to do our best to try and limit that.
And you're legally allowed to now.
Well, yeah, it is actually our house, and we do have some things to do up there. But yeah, I'll admit too, we just need to it's been like a whole summer's vacation worth of being at our house already. Yeah. 8 weeks.
Yeah. So do you think you're going to get some looks, some shade when you're up there?
I don't think we're going to go anywhere. I've got it down to even how we're going to travel in the vehicle and not have to stop and use the restroom.
I like it. Mayor, you in a new room? Looks like a sports style.
This is our basement. This is where, when I did when you Violet and I did the first stream there on Facebook, this is where it was. And yeah, this is my favorite area in the house. This is where the boys live all day when they're not doing their homework and all that. We've got side-by-side Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, their own flat screens. And so they have a nice hookup here. And I'm like, you know what? I still paid for all of it. So I'm going to kick you out and we're going to rock down here. And I like it.
Can I take a guess on this one?
Sure.
What is in the picture there?
Sure.
Now, is that the what is that? Is that 2006 Detroit Tigers?
This is the 100th Rose Bowl game.
Oh,
they over Stanford.
And
then I had it signed the next year at the kickoff.
Wow.
Although
it didn't look like a football field.
Well, it's the Rose Bowl, so it's kind of weirdly shaped anyways.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, as long as it's not the bubble bathroom. Terry, I'm waiting for that. I'm ready, man.
Right to the wall. Maybe someday.
Oh, it's on the other side of the wall?
Yeah. Yep. The mayor's business gets done and all that. The relaxation chamber.
Okay, now, bath question.
Sure.
You're working outside. You're dirty. You were digging with mulch for days. You're dirty. You're covered. You got crap on you. Are you hopping right in the bath?
No, I'll rinse off with a shower.
Okay.
There are times when it is there are moments when you don't want to be laying in your filth that bad. When you can see your filth, in fact, if you can see your filth or your filth floats to the top of it, you don't want to be playing that game.
No, that's a dangerous game.
When we go up north, that's just a shower, so I'm going to be roughing it for me.
Taking a shower, that's roughing it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Now, will you guys go fishing up north?
I'm probably going to. I have this little 15, 14-foot old Sea King aluminum boat with a trolling motor. I'll probably take it out there. I'll be honest, I don't know entirely what we're supposed to do with the shelter in place and what we're not, so I have to double check on that. But I'd like to. Great bass. I would imagine with just travel being so reduced, it would be the fish are ready. They're looking for me.
Yeah. Right. They're like, where are these dudes at? I want to play some games.
Yep.
I believe it. There's a lot of stuff that's like that where it's been like bizarre. People seeing wildlife that we've never seen before. They're like taking back their territory. You can use motorized boats now. Okay, that's good to know. GPS trolling motors. I don't think the mayor's into it that much.
I do have a trolling motor. It was actually from a guy that we work with. He just was going to get rid of it, so I hook it up to a car battery. But I also have like an 8.5 horsepower Johnson engine from the 70s. It's amazingly bulletproof, but I don't use it. Last years I have not put that on the boat. I don't get out too much since we've had our boys, really. But I remember before the boys, I would be out like at 4:30 or 5 and watch. It's amazing just watching the sun come up.
Oh, I bet. It's so peaceful. So amazing. Yeah. Joe said, I think I just ate a whole bag of grapes watching you guys. Should I be worried? I do know grapes have arsenic in them.
A whole bag? Yeah, you're okay.
I think you should get it checked. I'm just kidding. No, you should be fine. They're grapes. You'll be all right.
Arsenic, to get it out of the seeds, you'd have to actually process them and grind them and do some stuff. Otherwise, it just go right through.
Yeah. Nah, you'll be all right. You can make some grape seed oil. All right, good question here. I'll let the mayor start it off. What is your favorite thing about teaching?
I saw that.
Happy Teacher Appreciation Week.
Yeah, thank you too. My favorite thing about teaching is, and this has been hard, I'd say the way I feel plugged into the community and the way I like just getting to know kids and families and then seeing them out in the public. I feel a part of things and I feel like I'm doing good and I can tell each day that I'm moving the ball forward in as society and things like that.
Yeah, I like the personal interactions of making people laugh, inspiring them, motivating them. That's what I'm almost like, I don't know, like a performer for my students, and having their engagement and wanting to learn, wanting to be in class means the most to me. Everything I do is based around their engagement. When it's lesson planning and coming up with every game and everything, I really, really enjoy those interactions. So like Doug said, not being with the kids is the hardest part for me. Easily. Kids enjoy being in my class. They enjoy being around me, and not having that, it hurts, especially Teacher Appreciation Week and my birthday. Usually kids go pretty hard on my birthday, and last year they got like 300 people in the hall and all sang me happy birthday and had tons of presents and stuff. It's so that favorite part about teaching is the interaction with the kids. Number one by far. Dan or Mayor, does your routine change when you are on vacation or camping? Drink. I actually have a camping beard video, Josh Ricks. For me, it just gets very simplified. Very, very simplified. I pretty much narrow it down to oil only.
And for me, I'm kind of new at this. And like, with going up on the weekends to this place up north, yeah, I'll admit, like last summer, as I would forget things and not think of what I would need. So yeah, I would grab an oil and a butter, and that's about it. I don't usually bring a specific wash. I just kind of do what I do. So I'm still dialing that in, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. You get it'll be interesting to see what you think and go. And I don't think either of us are like full blown camping. It's more just moving up there, but travel and all that stuff.
Ours is a house with a furnace and
yeah,
3 bedrooms and the kitchen, and yeah.
So Mary, maybe you can shed a little bit of light on this because you get a different angle with students talking to you and stuff. But the Mr. Dragon says, Dan, what do your students think about the massive man mane? So what do you think what do they think of the beard? We know about the channel, we know about me, but what do you think the students think about the beard specifically?
I was thinking about like Owen coming in as a 6th grader and catching you, like if he didn't know you, I bet my guess is it knocks him off a little bit. They're not, your first teacher with a giant big beard.
Well, and most elementary school teachers in our area are female.
Right. And you are definitely not that. and then they get a whiff of, and then they hear about what you're doing with the YouTube and they think that's awesome. So I think in the long run, they love it. Like they think of it's such an asset and such a cool thing to go home and talk about and to kind of connect, and they can check out your channel. And they definitely get YouTube and all that.
Yeah. And yeah, for me, it's just a gateway. They seem to really enjoy it. I've never had anything negative. So they don't so much talk about my beard or anything like that. They don't tell me like, hey, your beard looks great or anything. But yeah, they seem to like it here. And the mayor will answer this. We don't want to get like too crazy into like political stuff here, but just a general. I know I've seen Nicholas ask a couple times. So if you want to just hit this with just a general answer here, Mayor, how do you think that you are going to be teaching about this whole COVID-19 at school?
Boy, I don't know. I think we've all learned so much about our vulnerability. What I think it'll impact is, I think as a science teacher, I'm really hopeful that the immunology, the viral, vaccination, that there'll be some kids who take this and go with it into, learn more about science and bacterial knowledge and viral knowledge and how to do it. So I think I'm excited that it could be a huge, like maybe a bunch of kids will grow up and want to kind of get back into that.
Yeah. And you see swings through history with stuff like that. And yeah, that's, I think, well said. Big Hex says, my girlfriend surprised me with a combo from Norseman Beard Co. She got me Valkyrie's Brew, and I love the coffee scent. Yeah, man, put a ring on her finger. That one's a keeper. She surprised you with a beard combo.
Yeah, I see him all the time in the Facebook group. Yeah.
Oh, Big Heck is a great poster on there. Yep, and we do, guys. Shameless plug here. We do have a Facebook group if you guys want to join it. The main purpose of the Facebook group is guys connecting, forming this friendship, this brotherhood. It is not a product driven group. It is not selling anything. It is just guys taking pictures of their beard, talking about what their day is like, showing their job, showing their family. It's a really cool place.
Yeah, and it's been 5 months we've had it now. We're in our 5th month.
Yeah. Jumped in, you'll have to go back and watch tomorrow, man. Talked about you early on there. I hope your family night was awesome. He's one of our absolute most active and valuable members of the group there. So, man, hope you had a good time with my ex-girlfriend bought me a razor. Love it. Love it.
Before or after she's the ex?
Yeah, right. Key thing there is ex. Well said there. My ex, that's my favorite comment of the night. My ex-girlfriend bought me a razor. That is hilarious. That's hilarious.
Convertible.
Perfect. Yeah. Is that why emphasis on the X? Right. Connor says, I thought I was the VIP. Hey, hush. We don't got to tell other people that. So yeah, appreciate it, guys. All right, Mayor. Think it's time to start wrapping this show up.
I think it is. We have had an awesome time. I As always, love being out there. Check us out on the Commands Corner, the Facebook group, Commands Corner, the bearded community, Instagram at MayorsBeardedJourney. Loving to get to know people as that's going. Love doing this. You guys have no idea how much kind of my Wednesday nights, how important they are to me, how I hold them sacred, and how much they have helped my mental health through all of this. So thank you guys.
Yeah, well said. No matter what I have going on a Wednesday, I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not even like blowing smoke up anybody's butt. Just wipes it all out. Like, it's just like, oh man, just so relaxing, just so peaceful here. As Pedro said, peace, right? He's saying peace, everyone, but it's huge. Friday morning, 8 a.m. got a video with Pedro's name on it, so make sure you guys tune in for that one. But yeah, well said, Mayor. It's sacred. It's needed. It's that hangout that we don't have. We're detached right now, and this connects us to all of you guys. Some of our actual really good friends, like Doug, who's just typing right there, and Tim and Joel and Jake, TMD, but also you guys that we will hopefully be able to hang out with sometime soon and do some massive beard meetup. I had some big plans this summer for different things, but who knows how that's going to shake out. But we're healthy. We're good. It'll all be great. So thank you guys for hanging out today. Make sure you guys add Mayor on Instagram. Check out the Facebook group if you think it's for you. And yeah, have a good time, Mayor. Travel safely up north. Everybody else,